Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Post Match on April Match.
I think you missed that one up. Missed that one right
on the internet. We've just
it's a good way to start. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
That honestly, I've made as much of a mess of that intro as the ref made of that fucking corner decision.
Oh, mate. Do you know the thing is, it gets worse the more you watch it back.
Yeah.
You know, they can't even explain it.
Yeah, can you?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, look, before we get into breaking down that decision, overall, mate, Potter's first game in charge, he's had 1 week of training. I was very impressed. We looked night and day like a different team, and the big thing was the work rate.
Yeah, you say 1 day of training, not 1 week.
Oh, 1 day, yeah. Sorry, 1 day, yeah.
That's the thing, mate, and this is where's that first half performance been?
Yeah,
that's the thing for me, and that this goes back to when we were talking during the game, is that players have got to take some of the flack. That first half performance was spot on.
Yeah, it was everything we wanted. It was the pressing, it was the passing, the movement off the ball. Yeah, it was honestly everything I wanted to see from a West Ham side for a long time.
We nullified them. We played well. We nullified them.
Yeah, they didn't have a single shot.
No.
So we defended well, but we also attacked well. We moved the ball quickly, and the thing is, even though we had less possession, I didn't care, because the whole point of what we did was try to get the ball up the pitch as quickly as possible. And Moyes last season, Lopetegui this season was sideways, backwards. Yeah. And I don't care how much possession we've got. If that's what I'm watching, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
We could have 80% possession. I don't want to see that. Whereas if we've got what we had was like 36%, I think, in the first half, but we're quickly moving the ball, I'm all for that.
And that's the thing, mate. It wasn't just a hit and hope. It was, we were looking for the pass. The movement was there, and it's like, we've been critical a lot of that. There's been no movement from the front line. Today, you saw it in the first half. You saw that, and it's what we've been crying out for. So there's a lot of positives to take. And
our passing, I think we've done over 80% pass accuracy. Our passing has improved overnight.
Yep.
That's mad to me.
Yeah.
I would never expect something like being able to pass just to improve so quickly, and it did.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm buzzing with that. I think ultimately it comes down to luck. Luck for them and against us.
Yeah.
Very unlucky. Füllkrug, even though he didn't have any shots, was very influential the way he was linking up play.
Yeah.
He was a good focal point, and he was crucial in that first goal. We were in our goal, and you can see, and this is the thing, we've had two hamstrings. So Füllkrug's definitely done his hand badly. We're not seeing him for a while.
Yeah.
Somerville, I think, felt his hamstring has probably come off as a precaution. But the fact that we're seeing these injuries, it shows you how little these players have run all season.
Yeah.
And they're not used to it. As soon as someone works them, bang. Right.
This is the thing, though. It's just really, I think, bad timing and just unlucky, mate. It's one of them things. Your hamstring can go at any point, no matter how fit and how much you've run. It's just one of them things. It just goes, and it just happened at completely the wrong time. We got that. We had the early chance with Paquetá, just went wide. Again, Somerville coming in, great ball to Paquetá. He hits the shot. He was the main one. You said Füllkrug was linking up. You could see he was trying to link up the play. He was trying to press along with Kudus, because it did look like to me that Kudus was sitting more of like it was like a 1-1, but not a proper 2. Kudus was just a little deeper in like a 10, more natural type 10, not this ball playing type 10 that we're used to at the minute, but more of a natural, a 9 and a 10, one playing the high line, one just sitting a little bit deeper.
Yeah. And Somerville on that right hand side, really, he was brilliant defensively. He was excellent. He was like you said before, he was our best player in the first half, easily. Losing him was a game changer.
Yeah.
Massively. He was already a game changer losing Füllkrug, but losing Somerville, that hurt us big time.
Honestly, mate, I think that's what killed us. You look at the goal, all 4 attacking players, we said the ball goes long, Füllkrug wings his head and knocks it on Kudus. Kudus out wide, Somerville cuts it back. great finish by Paquetá. All 4 attacking players link up. That's what you want to see from your attack.
Yeah.
They got into the box. They got forward together as a team. And even after the goal, we started pressing. But when Somerville then went down injured, he had the good tackle before that, and then the one where the Villa put the ball across the box, and he's cleared that one. And I think when he went off at half time, that killed us attacking wise.
Yeah,
because we didn't have a natural wide replacement.
No, we had to bring on a right back.
Yeah,
we've replaced
the right back forward. You know, and it just that nullified us going forward. I think it's just one of them. It was dealing with what we had on the bench to bring in without changing the entire shape of the side.
Yeah, I mean there was so many positives to take for like we said, work rate and really. Ollie Scholes come in left back, like we said, did not look out of place. Got man of the match. And he did not put a foot wrong. He looked like he belonged, and I'm so pleased for him. Because Potter, a lot of his track record has been bringing through youngsters. First game sticks him straight in. That's a big statement from Potter.
Shows confidence in him. He sticks him straight in over the top of someone like Aaron Creswell. A proven seasoned pro.
And that's where you would expect a new manager coming in to go with someone experienced who knows the club, and you usually start that, especially a defence that's leaked so many goals. You might think, let's go for experience. No, he's gone. I believe in you. And he's done really well.
Yeah, he did. Like, he stepped up to the plate, like I said, mate. He didn't look out of his depth one bit. He dealt well with Matty Cash. I think Matty Cash started to get the better of him in the second half, but he dealt with him really well, I thought. And it's good to see, because that's what you need. It's what we need. We need little lifts around the club at the minute. It's been dark and doldrums for too long around our club since I think towards this sort of time last year, things were a bit dark and horrible, So we've needed a lift. Having a youngster coming through gives us that little bit of a lift as well, that we're seeing one of our own progressing into the club and looking a natural fit into that position. It just leaves a bad taste, the fact that we've lost 2 key players with injury. And the way we lost the game, that's what's killed me, mate, honestly.
It's a really gutting, because we defended really well. Like I said, we shut them out. You could see how compact we were at the back when we was able to defend, hardly giving them any space. We were hunting in packs. We'd double up on players. We defended so well, and then to concede a corner that wasn't a corner, and then the corner is the scrappiest, shittest goal you've ever seen. It's so unfortunate.
The thing is, mate, I can't see why. Both officials down that end of the pitch can't see that wasn't a corner. The more you watch it back, the worse it. The flight of the ball doesn't deviate. It goes straight through the middle of every single player.
They must have just guessed it. Like
they must have done.
I'll get maybe. Like I said, they've not looked and they've gone. Oh, it's gone out of corner. Coin toss. That's what it seems to. That's what it seemed to have been.
Okay. Well, you can sit there and say we should have dealt with it better. We should have done. But at the end of the day, it wasn't a corner. And to concede, especially how well we played in the first half, to concede a goal the way we conceded that goal, it's kicking the nuts.
Massively. Look, personally, I never want to see my team lose. I wish we would have won today, but I think it's probably a blessing in disguise that we have gone out at this stage, because you look at the state of this squad. We've got Bowen out, Antonio out, Emerson out, Tadibo out, Fulkrug, Somerville, and there's probably someone else I'm forgetting. Now to go into the season where we're still, dangerously close to that bottom 3, to then try and do it, the FA Cup and that. I think this season, it's just about making the best and pushing away and then getting ready for next season. I think Lopetegui sort of tanked our season.
No, you are right, mate. And as much as I hate going out of this competition, because this is one of the competitions I love, and you need a cup run. I think a cup run would have bred a lot of confidence into the side, going forward. But I also get what you're saying. Like this week, for example, is the 3 games in the space of 10 days. And if we were a few more points off that relegation scrap, you'd be a bit more comfortable about it. But the squad depth that we haven't got because of, as I said, with Moyes whittling it down. That is all the things now that are coming back to bite us in the backside.
Yeah. We have one fit striker, and it's Danny Ings.
Yep.
And as we saw today, he's not up to it.
No, exactly. And this is the problem now. You're going to be going into the next few games because Fulkrug's going to be out for a while now. That looked a bad hamstring. Hopefully Bowen's not out as long, but you're still looking at about another month without Bowen. Because one thing we don't want to do now is rush him back.
No, absolutely not. And that's what any of the players, it's just, there's no sense. Yeah. And that's what, without worrying about the extra game in the FA Cup, because there's anything can happen in the Cup, but there's no way we would have won it.
Of course not. And that's the thing. We've not, on paper, our starting 11, strongest 11 is a good side. And could have potentially gone on to have a good cup run. But as you said, with the depleted squad that we've got, we ended the game with Mavropanos going off with a concussion injury, so he's out of the Fulham game. Yeah. So we're going into
Mavropanos. Sorry, that's another injury. Yeah, exactly.
Going into a Fulham game, a big game for us at home, with one senior centre half and one senior centre forward.
That's it.
Unless Todibo is okay for the Fulham game.
Yeah.
And it's a lot.
Someone said we're going soft on the team, but like I said, I don't know what people are expecting. There are individual players that you can look and see ain't good enough. Creswell, Mavropanos, Danny.
Creswell did all right when he came on, though. That's the man thing about it. But he's not a starter.
He's not got the legs. No. You know what I mean? Like you said earlier, he's too slow. His time's done at the club. I thank him for his time. Great servant. His time's done. So there are players there that, like I said, need to be moved on. We need this transfer window desperately, and we've got to move quickly.
Yeah, but it's finding the right players. This is the thing. He said, you look at it. Mavropanos again showed today the mistakes that he made. He cost us the second goal. He should have done better.
As
I said, we should have defended the corner better overall. But Mavropanos, Danny Ings, Aaron Creswell, that's three you've got to replace straight away.
Yeah, 100%.
As much as I love Soufal, he's not a starter no more, so you've got to be looking to upgrade him.
Yeah.
He's still a good squad player, but he's not a starter. And this is the thing now, to progress as a side and to rebuild, you replacing the players that you got with players that are going to start in front of them. You want to be going out there getting better players, and it's hard in January to find that. And it's going to be so hard to find a striker.
Yeah. Someone saying Kilman for both goals, not Mavropanos. I don't know. Overall, I thought Kilman had a good game.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it back.
Sure. Mavropanos, I see him giving the ball away in dangerous areas again. That's what it comes down to. That's what I thought
led to the goal.
And this is the thing. This is what happens a lot, I think, where Kilman's been criticised a lot. Because what happens is Mavropanos gives the ball out in no man's land and Kilman's back on his own. Defending. Yeah. And then people are sitting there going, oh, Kilman got done. Well, he's either 1-on-1 or 2-on-1 with an attacker. So it puts himself in a precarious position. But I said,
I must admit though, right, the Kilman-Mavropanos partnership looks more settled than a Mavropanos Todibo or a Kilman Todibo.
Yeah,
which is worrying.
But this is the thing. Mavropanos, he's not a bad defender. No. It's those moments.
Yeah, he has that moment.
The problem. It's in between those moments, he's solid. But the moments are very costly.
Yeah.
And that's the issue. He puts us under massive pressure for no reason. There was the time when he got the concussion, he's had to throw his head in front of it because he's given the ball needlessly, and he's done a Phil Jones and
thrown his head in front of the player, which potentially could cost us more because it could be out of the Fulham game. Yeah, because that's what we've got to look at now. This competition's done, the season's done of the opportunity of winning any type of trophy. Yeah. So now it is survival and climb as high as we can.
But look what Potter's coming. He's coming to a side that for an entire year has conceded, I think, like the third, fourth most goals in the league. Right?
Yep.
It a shambles, and we've come in today, and it's just been a referee error and an individual mistake that's cost us.
Yeah.
Right? And defensively, we look so much more solid. Than we did under Lopetegui and even under Moyes last season.
Yeah. I'm with you, mate. I thought we did. We looked a lot more organised today.
Yeah,
a lot more organised today, and that's what it's what we need. We said we conceded the amount of goals we conceded in the calendar year.
Yeah,
under 2 defensive-minded managers.
Yeah, that's it.
That screams problems.
And the attacking managers come in and made our defense look more organised than anything.
Exactly.
And that is the thing. It's just getting us working, and that's what I like to see from my teams: pressing, moving off the ball, is constantly moving.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I can't be more pleased with how quickly Potter's come in and got them playing. Like, I never expected that. Yeah, but I always thought we'd lose.
Yeah, as I said though, mate, your players have got to roll their hands up. They had checked out. They had checked out. Today, that first half performance proved me that were players who were playing for the new manager, for playing for their places, getting into the side. And I think a lot of them had checked out under Lopetegui. Whether they knew he was going or like that, but they had checked out.
But this is the thing. And I think it comes to, and it was talks about that Noble was influential behind the decision to get rid of Lopetegui after seeing the breakdown in communication between Lopetegui and the players. And he's a player, so he knows how important it is to have a coach that you have that communication with, you have that relationship with. So you can slate off the players, they should do better. But you've just not got anyone inspiring or anyone that can communicate their ideas to you. Yeah. Them down into and player powers and everything, but them down in tools room was probably the best thing they could have done for us in the long term. Because Lopetegui, even if they did give their all, whatever, he would have never been up to it. No, he just didn't seem to have a clue.
No, and that's the thing, mate. And it's why it was the right time to go. You said, the way they handled it was the wrong way to handle it, but the way they went, it was time. It was time.
It just shows like. We had the opportunity to get Potter in for Lopetegui, I think, early December after the Leicester game, and we didn't. No. Imagine if we'd done that, where we could have been in this game. Yeah. And
this is the thing. This hindsight's a wonderful thing. If they put the billet in, but put the billet.
Like, bit the bullet, put the billet. They put the billet.
But do you know what I mean? If they had done that then, and it was, look, as we said, the performance against Leicester was good. The finishing was shocking. Performance was good, and you was hopefully thinking, we turned the corner there, but obviously we didn't. We just done a complete 180 and went back the way we started going. And it was, they should have done it in hindsight. They should have, as I said, going back, we should have got rid of Moyes after we won the Europa Conference League, because the club was on a high. We had the big money from Declan Rice, bringing a better manager then at that point. Yeah, things could be different, but that's why hindsight's one other thing. But look, we've got to look today. A lot of positives to take. Potter's going to learn a lot about the players.
This game to me for Potter was absolutely a free hit, because
of course it was.
There's no way with one day of training anyone expects him to come in and revolutionise it. Like I said, it far exceeded my expectation what I saw on the pitch today. And we very nearly got the result. Yeah. So, fans are coming in, they're trying to like banter us, Potter out, like, you're just forcing it, because I'm really happy with what he's done so far. And you just think more time, better players. These aren't his players, and the players he's got to work with are dropping like flies. I said he's had to make 3 forced substitutions in the game today. Yeah. And look, we've come out and we can hold our heads high. And that's what you ask as a West Ham fan. People sit there and think, West Ham fans, we're so demanding. We want our team winning every week. We want a team that we can be proud of on the pitch of the shift they put.
We're West Ham fans. We're realists. Yeah. We don't expect our team to win every week. But what we expect from our players is every game you give 100%. Yeah. And this is what we've always said. We know we ain't well beaters. We know we're not going to be challenging for titles. We know we ain't going to be challenging for trophies year in, year out. Yeah. But what we want is a style of play that we can relate to, and every single player putting in an effort. Yeah. That's all you ask for. When you're getting beat by a better side, you take getting beat. If you see players slumped, shoulders down, not running as fast as they can, not giving a shit, that's what you don't want to see. You want to see players who give a shit.
Yeah. And this is the thing as well I mentioned on the watch along. The difference is, because we can look at the second half and we were more reserved and pragmatic, because of the players that we lost on the pitch. Yeah. And that's what separates a player like a coach like Potter between an Ange Postecoglou, and why I would rather have a Potter over an Ange Postecoglou, because Ange loses those attacks, it's just still right. Let's just go gung ho, and then you end up losing 4-1. You know, so it took a dodgy decision for them to get back into the game.
Look, they were on top at that point. That decision and it changed the course of the game.
Yeah,
yeah. We may have that corner's not. We may have ended up 1-0. We may not. We may have seen it out winning 1-0. We just don't know. But losing Somerville when we didn't, that absolutely annihilated us. And the fact that it was either Guilherme's not had a lot of football.
Yeah.
You know, you've given Scars the opportunity. Could he have brought Guilherme on? Could he have given Guilherme a chance? You know, instead of bringing Soufal.
I feel for Guilherme because anytime he comes on, it's always like the 85th minute.
Yeah, that's the only thing. But maybe for Potter, he knew Soufal. Do you know what I mean? As a player, he's seen a lot. He hasn't seen a lot of Guilherme. But you could say that on Ollie Scars. But Ollie Scars was realistically the only choice to play left wing.
Yeah. In
the start because you can't put Cresswell there because of his age.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know. But honestly, going forward now, it's just about Fulham and it's about seeing what team we can scrape together.
Yeah.
And I'm so gutted, man. I'm so disappointed in the way we've picked up these injuries. And it just goes to show there maybe is a lack of fitness in this side because of, again, like I said, you look at what we've seen all season. It's been a team that has been very static. It's just like statues on the pitch, right? Yeah. We've seen that all season. Today, you know, they're being asked to do a lot more. And to do that for 90 minutes when they haven't done it at all season, it's going to take time.
The thing is, mate, you look at Fulkrug, he's went in the opening 20 minutes. You know, that's not because he's working hard and he's worked. It's just one of them things.
Yeah, but
his warm-up might not have been good. The cold weather may have had a factor in it.
It's probably a mixture. And again, he's not really been moving at all. He's not been playing. He's hardly played.
He's
not
moving.
Played,
but that's the other
so there's no sense of, you know, getting use out of his hamstrings, getting use out of his muscles. His muscles.
No, I know, but he's been training. He's just.
Oh yeah.
I think that injury is just one of them.
Yeah, I mean, look, that run, you could see it was one of them runs where he was asked to probably run faster than he's ever had to run. It was a good opportunity
and it was
as well.
Counter-attack. That was the thing.
Really good.
I think it was him and Kudus were up there. And
it was like 2-on-1. Yeah, I think it was 2-on-1.
Yeah.
If his hamstring don't go, there's a good chance we score.
Exactly.
And that's how that one moment just changed the course of the game.
Exactly.
And it goes 2-0. It's a different story altogether. You know, so
it's just hard to take.
We see Alvarez look much better today as well.
I thought so.
Alvarez.
I thought so. Souček was all right.
Yeah.
Done Souček things.
He was Souček, you know what I mean? Like, apart from obviously maybe having a hand in that first corner and blocking. Look, he's tried to do his job. It is unlucky.
Yeah, of course it is.
I don't know if Fabianski could have done better in terms of spilling the ball. It's a hard shot.
It's hard, isn't it?
You know, or maybe try.
I don't know whether it was unsighted because the bodies that are in front of him. But he makes the initial save. It just pops out.
Yeah,
as a goalkeeper of his quality, he should really do better.
Yeah, he should. Paqueta took his goal well. I thought he done really well. Like second, he sort of drifted. He did start giving the ball away later on, and that's the thing. I think what's done us a lot. We started putting ourselves under pressure, giving the ball away when we was doing so good at retaining it and passing it, like early on.
We said it, didn't we, during the game? There was when just before the goal that Villa were on top. We needed to spell possession. We needed to get on the ball. We were giving away we stopped doing what we were doing in the first half. We wasn't giving the ball away cheaply. We started giving the ball away cheaply, individual errors, you know, things like that. And we allowed Villa to play a bit more. You know, and put us under the pressure, and you know, in the day they took their chances, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, and you can see obviously in the game we was trying to play the ball into the channels a lot more. It was working like the first half. Second half we was sort of under hitting it slightly, losing the ball that way. You're trying to play, and right idea, but the execution just was off. Later on in the second half,
and again that boils down to losing players like Somerville. You know, it gives you that bit more of an attacking threat. You know, Soufal is a natural defender. Wan-Bissaka is a defender. You know, it's not they're not that attacking threat that Somerville gives you.
Yeah. But that has to be a wake-up call for the recruitment team. Get a move on.
This is our recruitment
striker, midfielder, like a real box-to-box midfielder.
Can we have a transfer window where we're not asking for a striker? Do
Oh,
you know what I mean?
mate,
You remember
I'm
the
so
last time we didn't sit here in transfer window time, whether it's summer or winter game, we need a striker. We need
every window, innit? Every window we're asking for a striker.
Yeah. And we're the most cursed side with strikers,
yeah,
I think.
We are. You know, if you look at it, right now, we've got 3 strikers out because you've got Antonio, you've got Fulkrug, and then Bowen is someone that you could play up. Yep. I would play him up front over Ings.
Yeah, definitely.
If
Ings doesn't give you nothing. And I think you saw today playing the 2 up top, is Kudus the right man to be playing up there with him? We didn't give him the ball enough.
Yeah.
You know, Kudus is so good at running with the ball and taking on players, and maybe playing in that position he played tonight, we didn't get him the ball enough to get the best out of him.
Yeah.
But
I think Kudus needs someone to link with.
Yeah, but I also like part of the fact Potter got him up there with Danny Ings because, as we said, Danny Ings can't play as
Moyes and Lopetegui would just put him up on his own.
And expect him to do the work rate that you see Antonio.
Yeah. He has to do better for that final chance there. You can see he tries to get the ball under control. He eventually does. He's looking down and he just sticks his foot under the ball.
He slashes it, and he tries to get a shot away before the defender comes in. And I'm sure I haven't seen it back, but I swear Paquetá was there unmarked.
I think he was.
Little 5-yard tap. He's got a shot.
But his head is as down as it can possibly. He's like that.
It's just a typical striker.
Yeah,
going for goal, and that's what you want. And the annoying thing is, he's normally in them 2 opportunities that he had. Who do you want in that position? You want your striker, and
then you've got to do better.
Yeah,
you can't.
Look, the first one was a good bit defending. Defender done well to block the shot, but the second one, he just rushed it. Rushed it.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, like I said, anyone having a dig at Potter or haven't got a clue.
Nah.
They don't. You don't know football if you're digging him out after that.
You can't have a moan up at the manager on this one. It's like you said, mate. It was a free hit for him. It's one of those. But
and like I said, we've seen that first 10 minutes alone was better than anything we've seen for the past year.
Yeah, I think a lot of people agree. The first half was probably
first half overall.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what you. But
and the thing is, when's the last time we started a game right? Yeah. We don't start games.
Normally the other way around, isn't it? We're normally conceding inside that first 20 minutes.
Yeah, same both halves.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm really positive about the future.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not positive about the state of the squad. So we have to be patient, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be a long January window. I think
it is
because there's a lot we need.
Yeah,
a lot we need.
And look. 3 of the players that we need to move on are out of contract. Creswell, Ings, and Soufal all out of contract end of the season. Antonio's out of contract at the end of the season, whether they'll give him an extension, just because if he comes back, they might do, which I think would be a nice thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. I think whatever happens with Antonio, he deserves his goodbye.
Yeah, 100%.
That's one thing West Ham will make sure they do with whatever he does going forward, but he deserves a goodbye. But as I said, Dan, during the game, it's going to be so hard to get the players that we need. I just think it's I hate January transfer.
And now clubs are going to know we're desperate because they can see, how depleted we are.
I think if anything, we're going to get a loan in.
Yeah, look, listen, which I'm fine with because I would rather get a loan in now and then make sure we can buy rather than panic buy and then you end up with another Danny Ings.
Yeah, totally agree, mate. Because that's the problem. What was that, Danny Ings?
Yeah,
silly money, panic buy. Needed a striker, went and got one. Paid him big money. I think was he second highest earner at the club?
Yeah, I think he's 120 grand a week, 100 odd grand a week.
The return that we've got from him for that type of money is nowhere near.
I don't think he's hit 5 goals.
No. And that's the problem. We can't make them mistakes, and that's where we keep coming unstuck. And unfortunately, we're going to have to pay big money to get any decent striker.
Yeah.
Or you're looking at pulling somebody in on way.
Yeah, and that's it. And the midfield, like I say, with Souček, I think long term, I think he's a great plan B off the bench. You said,
he's a squad player.
Yeah, and that's where he's not going to be able to do what Potter needs him to do. I would hope Soler will have a place, but he's not that. engine box to box, like we had with Chiarte and Diarma, those sort of players.
Yeah.
Those strong box to box players.
And that's what we need now. We need a player like that. That's what our midfield's missing a player to drive through the middle of the pitch.
Yeah.
Like what we saw Declan Rice does.
Yeah.
He drives through the middle of the pitch sometimes. Sometimes you just need a player to be able to do that. We haven't got that. Alvarez isn't that. Paquetá's not that. Souček's not that. Who else is in there?
Soler.
Rodriguez, Soler, they're not that.
No.
We've got the holding midfielder, we've got the attacking ball player midfielder. We just need that engine, and that's what we're missing. So that is key. That there, striker and another centre half.
Yeah.
A whole new backbone of a side, basically.
Yeah, and it seems they're looking at left backs as well,
which I can understand. Emerson's been a good servant, done well. Creswell's on his way out. Ollie Scarl's done himself lots of favours today to get to cement his place.
That's it. But you never want to rely on a youngster. It's a lot of pressure to put on him. You want to give him plenty of opportunities, but when you're like, right, it's you or nothing, that's a lot of pressure to put on a youngster.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't want to see that. So a lot of people talking about Moyes at Everton, and he might come for Souček. Look, if we get a decent offer for Souček in, and then we can reinvest that in January, mate, I'd take that.
I'll take it.
15 mil or 20 mil, whatever.
Yeah.
Then take that.
I can't look. Souček is a Moyes player, and he'll fit the bill. I don't see Everton coming in for him. I don't see him. I don't see Everton backing Moyes to bring in Thomas Souček. Yeah. Their whole thing is to try and change the ethos and the thingy, and Moyes is there, but depending on what contracts he's there for.
Apparently, he's got 2 years.
Maybe they may back him then.
Yeah,
people
ask about Casey. Casey is a centre back, isn't he?
Yeah, he's centre back.
So there's a good chance we'll be seeing him sooner rather than later with the
potentially could play against Fulham.
Yeah,
but that's going to be a hard game for up against him in this.
Like I said, that's really going to be a challenge. He's got his work cut out for him, Potter. Yeah. And like I said, I can't put him under too much pressure as long as he keeps us up. That's kind of the remit for the rest of the season at this stage, the state we're in.
I think the remit for the rest of the season is to get in the top half. Finishing.
Oh yeah, that's the goal. But
if
he falls short of that, I'm not looking at him like, he's done a poor job. That's not good enough.
Yeah, you're looking at 12th. I think 12th's the least we should be finishing.
Yeah,
even with this squad and as depleted as squad is, 12th's got to be. That's your lowest point you want to be.
Yeah, I think if we can pick up points while these players are out, then that's huge. Yeah. Again, I think the expectations are going to be based on the transfer window.
Yeah.
If we don't bring anything, and this is what we've got, you can't expect. But again, keep us up, mate.
Yeah,
keep us up.
And the thing is, you look at it. There's a lot worse teams there than us.
Yeah,
we will pick up points.
Yeah,
it's just going to be a very, very hard start for the new.
People are talking about recalling Aguerd. I'm not sure if we've got that option. If we have, he probably won't want to be recalled because they're having a great season.
Exactly, he's having a good season there. They're having a good season as a team. So,
but again,
he is our player.
He's our player. It needs must. Sorry, mate. Listen,
again, we're going to have to pay for that. So, are we going to do that? This is what it boils down to.
Yeah, but is it cheaper than going out and signing a centre back? Because I think he would do a lot better under Potter. I think he would suit Potter a lot. Aguerd.
It's an opportunity for him.
Yeah,
but it's that. The one, does he want to come back? Yeah. And two, they're not gonna want to let him go. He's been their best defender this season.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know how long Tadebo's out for, but we need him back.
We need him back. This is the thing.
Like
as much as I'd like to see Casey given a chance, going up against Fulham, if Emerson's not back, you're then asking Scars to play at the left, and then you're bringing in Casey to play centre half. So you put in two young, inexperienced players in, and as much as I like seeing the youngsters put in, you would rather see Casey coming in alongside of a more solid, a Wan-Bissaka, Kilman, Emerson back line, than having another youngster. And Scars has done brilliantly today and rightfully deserves to keep his place against Fulham. But it's just awkward with that. Fulham are a good side.
Yeah.
That's the problem. If you're sitting there looking at we're going to be playing Southampton or something, you can say, all right, we could probably get away with doing it. But Fulham are a different kettle of fish. They've got a lot of ambition to go on and get into Europe this season.
Yeah, 100%. But I just think that we're going to go into the Fulham game. I think the atmosphere, fans are going to be up for it. They should be. And if the players start the game against Fulham like that, the place will be rocking, because those are the sort of shifts and performances that really get the crowd up.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. And look, we got a draw at Fulham, didn't we? Yeah. So Fulham are beatable. They're a good side, but
they are.
It's just what version of us turns up.
I hope Somerville was a precautionary substitution, which it felt like. He did come back on, and I think maybe he had an eye on the Fulham game, which I think is right, because you don't want him to go on and he gets injured for longer. Because
exactly, that's it. That's the thing. Even if he's not available for Fulham, we need him back for Villa. Yeah, that's how you got to look at it. With Bowen out, you need him back for Villa. So that could have been a smart substitution, but at least it is worrying going forward, mate.
Look, overall, disappointed with the manner of the defeat. I think we were robbed, but I'm happy for the bigger picture. Yeah, and
same.
That's given me a lot of faith in Potter, that look, he gets time, he gets his players. What could he achieve? What could he do with this side? And like I said, whether we don't win, whatever happens, we've got a side that we can be proud of, that go out and put performances that we can enjoy watching. I'm like that first half. Imagine if we can watch that on a regular basis, mate. I'm happy. I'm happy
all day long. Because that's what we've been crying out for—a bit of entertainment. That was entertaining.
Yeah,
that's what we want to see. We want to see entertaining, and we saw that today. It was a good game of football, and that's what the FA Cup's all about.
Yep, that's it. So look, would like to go through. Don't think we're in any shape to go in it. No. Best of luck to Villa going forward, and onto the Fulham game, mate.
Big game.
Yeah, huge game. So listen, mate, it's been a pleasure.
Always is, mate. Always is.
Listen, the Potter era is underway in full effect. So welcome, Potter, and listen. Big things for the future.
Yes.
We will rise again. One thing left to say, mate. Come on, Lions.